I can search the heavens high, I can search the earth below, but there's no one. There is no one, no one. I can search the heavens high, I can search the earth below, but there's no one, no one. There is no one, no one, no one so holy, no one so worthy, no one so worthy, no one so faithful, no one so faithful. There is no one, no one.
Shalom, everyone. This is Judaiah. The purpose of this video is to pose a question for you all out there, because I hear a lot of people making excuses for not being 100 and justifying their lack of commitment, pretty much coming up with their own rules and conditions rather than the keeping of the commandments, taking the easy way out and thinking it's okay with the Most High for some reason or another. So the question I want to ask you today is this walk only worth it if it's easy? Is the truth only worth knowing if it fits your agenda, your lifestyle? Have you considered the fact that there may be some things you've been commanded to do that are not easy or not traditional, that go against your grain? You want the word in a pretty box with a fluffy bow with your name on it because you think it's all about you. But what if the truth came in a cardboard box with layers of masking tape over it? Would you take the time or the effort to open it? Or it's not attractive enough for you? It doesn't come easy enough for you? If we found out that what we're doing is not enough, but what we're really supposed to be doing is so much more, is it worth it? I don't know who's out there teaching that if following the Most High becomes difficult, we don't have to do it anymore because of His mercy and His grace. He'll forgive us. So the minute it gets hard, we bow out gracefully. But is obedience only worth it if it's easy? How far are you willing to go to be obedient according to the Most High standards? Because see, there's a world full of disobedient, nonchalant Christian followers out there who take His laws lightly. And then there's a chosen remnant of followers who know better. And that's you, the model, the beacon of light for all to see, given the responsibility of being obedient. There's more disobedient followers who have thrown away the commands than there are commandment keepers. But it's not a choice for you. It's your calling to stay true to the laws. That's what we're chosen to do. People throw that title around, chosen, but that's what you're chosen for. It's not about what you are. It's about what you do with what you are. So it's all or nothing with me. If you say you love the Most High, do what He says. If you only want to believe 85% of what He says, and you only want to do 70% of what He says, just give it up and become an atheist. Do Him that favor, because seriously, you're not doing Him any favors by being a half-hearted believer and follower. In fact, you are a misrepresentation of who He is. You are misrepresenting Him. Yes, the Bible is full of wonderful things: mercy, grace, forgiveness, goodness, healing. A lot of wonderful stuff in there, but it also has some raw, hard to swallow truth in there too. And many of you out there would rather change the truth than face it. But it's unacceptable for you to now open up a church and teach your version of what you want the truth to be. If you're not ready to teach the truth, you're not doing the Most High any favors. It is not a game. You cannot represent the Most High if you're not willing to carry the truth. As untraditional as it may be, as hard as it may be, as unpopular as it may be, as unlucrative as it may be. Let me remind you why there's so many different religions and belief systems out there. Because everyone's on a quest to find God. Is He one? Is He many? Is He in the trees? Is He in the wind? Is He in me? Are we many gods? Everyone's on a quest. And this is why He chose one group of people, sanctified them, and said, okay, the world wants to know who I am and what I'm all about. So I'm choosing you to show myself through. What I say do, do. What I say write, write. What I show you in a vision, speak it. When I call you to lead, lead. When I say it's time to fight, fight. When I say blow the trumpet, blow the trumpet. When I say shout, shout. When I say teach, you teach. We are ambassadors to the kingdom. And if an ambassador does anything outside of what he's been instructed to do, he is no longer a reflection of the one who sent him. Everything we do that is not in line with what the Most High has said misrepresents him. And most importantly, it puts him in a false light, whether that be carrying hatred and disrespect towards others, committing crimes in the name of the Most High, teaching false doctrine, collecting money under false doctrine, elevating wealth and riches above the authority of the Most High. None of this is in line with the word, none of it. Downplaying disobedience and the commandments, partaking in holidays and practices that are well known to be historically pagan celebrations. Anything we do or say that is not in line with the word is a misrepresentation of him. And the last thing he needs is a fake, false, self-serving, so-called believer claiming to be a follower. Either do what he has told you to do or close the Bible and stop crying out for him to bless you, because you're not in the position to be blessed if you're not obedient. This is what Christian churches won't tell you. Being blessed has nothing to do with the money you sow. Without obedience, you're out of order. And there's not a blessing in the world that's worth being out of order and disobedient. Obedience is the most important thing, more important than your business plans, your profit margins, your fame, how many people follow you, your multi-million-dollar home in the hills or on the beach, your Bentley. You can have those things because of the support of millions of people whom you've taught a lie to. But none of those possessions are worth disobedience. You're training people, teaching them that as long as they make lots of money and look like a successful Christian, that's all they need. You're wrong. There's not a mansion or a luxury vehicle in the world that should keep you from teaching people the truth. And if teaching the truth takes money out of your pocket, then I guess you'll be a broke follower, because you need to learn that money is not God. People come to your church and hear about money every Sunday, but not one law is taught. You are out of order. But the question is, once you discover that money is not God, money is not at the top of the pyramid, that sowing money into a blessing is a false idea, and that you've made a mess out of the church you have created, are you willing to change it all for the sake of obedience? How far are you willing to go to be obedient? What are you willing to sacrifice? What's at the top of the list for you? The success you've gained telling lies in the pulpit, or the truth? Your commitment to the Most High's righteousness, his will, his way. What's more important? I always seem to branch off into false ministries, but this video is a short reminder for all of you who don't want to give up your old ways. Are you ready to give it up? Whatever it is, that which separates you from the Most High. Even if it's defined who you are as a person. Even if it's the basis of your ministry, although you know it's not right. Are you ready to walk away from that which makes you an unfit ambassador for the Most High? Cursing out every white man you see on the street who comes to understand your viewpoint, who comes to hear what the Most High has to say through you. You're cussing him out. That's not the Most High. Carry integrity. Be humble in educating others, not hateful, because that's not in the right spirit. It may not be feasible for you because our people have gone through hell at the hands of others. But you are called to be righteous in spite of that. So the anger that you've been carrying, rise above it. This video is for those of you who love Christmas and Easter so much, you'd rather pretend you've never heard people like me tell you what those days are really about before you actually research it for yourself. You think you're not held accountable for what you don't know. But the question is, did you have the capacity to know? If you can read and you can research and you can speak to ask those who do know, then you'll be held accountable for knowing that Christmas and Easter are pagan holidays upheld by pagan people who walked this earth before the Messiah, whom you are trying to honor. Let these days go. By keeping them, you are misrepresenting the Most High. You are an unfit ambassador. Jeremiah 10. Read it. This video is for those ministers out there selling scriptures. Look, I'm back at the false ministers again. I can't touch on them enough. Out there feeding motivational messages to your followers and then telling them they have to pay you to receive it. It's time to start teaching and preaching the truth. Ministry is not about financial gain. When we elevate money over the Most High, we eventually sacrifice truth for that money. We start telling lies for that money. We make money our God. I'm talking to the Christian church. Stop teaching people that God is here to serve us and make us rich, because honestly, I'm sick of debating gullible, ignorant Christians who believe it. Our duty is to serve the Most High. No questions asked, no money expected. And we must be ready to do that. Be ready not to get paid for everything we do for Him. Yes, I said it. Not get paid. It's all or nothing. This video is even for those of you who don't want to give up pork, bacon, ribs, ham, don't want to keep the dietary laws. Yes, I'm talking to you too. It's all or nothing time. For those of you who know you need to be in the Word studying or researching, but instead your feet are propped up in front of a TV, you too. The time you spend fooling around online, you could be spending researching the things you don't know instead of justifying why you don't know them. I'm holding you accountable today. It's all or nothing time. And don't get upset at me for holding you accountable. We're called to uplift one another. If I point out things that are unacceptable, that's me showing you love. Because if I didn't love you, I wouldn't care. If I didn't love the Most High, I wouldn't even be speaking right now. So everything I do and say here is in love. It's time to get serious. It's time to step up. It's time to watch the Most High. Be diligent, be ready, be willing, be true vessels, or give it up today and walk away so those who are true can show the world what it means to be a true ambassador for the Most High. It's what you're chosen for. It's what you're chosen for. I love you guys. I love teaching, but most importantly, I love the Most High. I love His Word. I love His truth. Even if I wasn't a Hebrew Israelite descendant, I'd still love Him. I'd still follow Him because it's not about who I am. It's about who He is. I wonder how many of you can say that today. Think about it. This is Judaiah. Peace and blessings be unto all of you. Until next time. Shalom.
I can search the heavens high, I can search the earth below, but there's no